Good morning. Today I will discuss a new topic, that is axial force in the wind turbine. In the previous video we discussed about the total power exerted by the wind turbine. So here we discuss the analysis of the axial force through the wind turbine. In this axial force through the wind turbine, it is important that a wind turbine and its tower not be below or by strong winds. Therefore, we need to estimate the force involved. We know that the tower of the wind and the force exerted on the blades, that is not be so much high or strong weights that influence the tower and it may damage by the speed. So the maximum exerted force to the wind turbine, that is to be calculated in this video. We use Bernoulli's equation to calculate the axial force. We know that while the force exerted on the blade, that the maximum value of the force that is to be transferred on the surface of the blade when the force by the wind is very high intensity of amplitude, then it may be damage of the blade structural design, or it will distract the total wind turbine and its total nacelle. So the analysis of the maximum force, axial force through the wind turbine, is to be calculated according to the Bernoulli's equation. To calculate the axial force, the thrust on a wind turbine when tested an actuated disc is streamlined flow. The effect of the turbine is to produce a pressure difference del P between the near upwind U and near downwind parts of the flow. We make a pressure difference for the upwind and downwind flow. So by the calculating of the pressure of the wind, we can calculate the total force, axial force through the turbine. According to the Bernoulli's equation, supposing a disk with no energy extraction, that is equal to P naught upon rho naught plus GZ1 plus U naught square by 2 is equal to PD upon rho D plus GZD plus UD square by 2. Thrust on turbine, axial force U, pressure P and height Z, axial thrust force Fa and pressure difference del P. These are the abbreviations that are used to analyze the force analysis. Suppose that this is a blade, this is a tower. The force, axial force, the wind, when the wind passes through the surface of the blade at a force Fa. Fa is the axial force, so it causes the pressure difference, that is the upwind force and low down force. So we calculate that Z is the height, Pu and Pd is the upwind force pressure, is the downwind force pressure, and this is the aerofoil aerodynamics structure. Already we discussed into while we calculate the total power calculated through the wind turbine. The changes in Z, it means that the changes in height and pressure are negligible compared with the other terms. So if rho is the average air density, then del P is equal to P naught minus PD, that is equal to U naught square minus UD square by 2 into rho, where del P is called static pressure difference and the term U naught square by 2 are the dynamic pressure. The maximum value of static pressure difference occurs as UD approaches 0. So for a solid disk, that is equal to del P max is equal to rho U naught square by 2. So in this equation, rho naught U square by 2, that the maximum pressure UD, that is equal to the 0. Del P max is equal to rho U naught square by 2, and for the maximum thrust on the disk, that is force, maximum force del F A max axial thrust force maximum is equal to rho A1 U naught square by 2. On a horizontal axis machine, the thrust is contracted on the turbine axis and is called axial thrust FA. It means that horizontal axis machine, there are two types of machine, vertical axis wind turbine and horizontal axis wind turbine. So in the horizontal axis machine, the thrust is created on the turbine axis and is called axial thrust. The thrust equals the rate of loss of moment of the air stream, that is Fa is equal to m naught u naught minus u2. In the previous video we discussed about that when we calculate the total power developed through the turbine, we calculate the force. So the force is to be calculated, that F is equal to, according to the second law of Newton, F is equal to m into a change of acceleration, that is depend upon total change of velocity, u naught minus u2. U naught and u2 is the up initial velocity and exit velocity of the air when it passes through the turbine blades. चूँकि A इज इक्वल टू, इसके पहले हमने एक टॉपिक डिस्कस किया था, उसमें बताया था कि जो फ्रैक्शनल फैक्टर है दैट इज इंडिकेटेड बाय A, दैट वैल्यू इज इक्वल टू u नॉट माइनस u1 अपॉन u नॉट. एंड सिमिलरली अगर हम इसको u2 के टर्म में लेंगे, दैट इज इक्वल टू A इज इक्वल टू u नॉट माइनस u2 अपॉन 2u नॉट, वेयर A इज द इंटरफेरेंस फैक्टर. So put these value in this equation. M is equal to rho, density is equal to m upon v होता है. So from this we calculate Fa is equal to rho a1 u1 into 2 ua into a. A is the interference factor, that is equal to rho a1. It is to be simplified by putting the value into the from these two equations, that is 1 minus a u naught in bracket 2 u naught into a. By calculating this, that is equal to Fa is equal to rho a1 u naught square by 2 into 4a in bracket 1 minus a. So जो this term है rho a1 u naught square by 2 would be the force given by this model for wind hitting a solid disk. So the total force that is to be calculated, that is depend upon density, its air, and at inlet velocity square divided by 2. This model for the wind hitting a solid disk, the fraction of this force is experienced by the actual turbine is the axial force coefficient C1, and this C1 is known as 4a into v minus a. So when put the value of C1 is equal to 4a 1 minus a, then this value Fa is equal to C1 rho a1 u naught square by 2. So this is the axial force value through the wind turbine. So in this video we discussed that how the axial force is to be calculated through the wind turbine. Basically we analyze the term that the density of the air and the total upstream and downstream value of the inlet velocity and exit velocity of the stream, that is depend upon the total force through the wind, where Cf is equal to 4a 1 minus a and a is equal to u naught minus u1 upon u naught, and that is equal to u naught minus u2 upon 2 u naught. The maximum value of the Cf in this equation, Cf की जो maximum value होती है that is 1, where a is equal to 1 by 2. We put a is equal to 1 by 2, then we calculate this is value 2, this is value 2, 2 into 1 by 2, that is equal to 1. So the maximum value of Cf that is equal to 1, where a is equal to 1 by 2. The maximum value on a solid disk approaches 1.2, moving to edge effect, because the curvilinear nature of the aerofoil, that when the air comes through the aerodynamic structure of the blade, that how the maximum efficiency is to be obtained through the turbine and to generate the wind power, that is calculated by the total value of its edge effect. If the turbine is extracting power efficiently, these gaps are not apparent to the wind and extremely large thrust force occurs. So in the figure, according to this, when the blades going to move on, we know that the number of blades are mounted on the surface of the turbine blade on the turbine periphery. So when the blades going to move on, the air passes through the surface of the turbine, then the turbine blades will moves, and while the rotation of the blades, that there are no gap occurs while the blades will be moved, so that maximum energy is to be occupied, and when certain gap will be there, that some energy is to be waste into the environment. So here the no gap not apparent to the wind and extremely large thrust force occurs. The terms a1 v square by 2 a1 u naught square by 2 increase rapidly with increase in wind speed. In the term from the formula, we calculate this formula here. Fa is equal to C1 rho a u naught square by 2. So it is totally depend upon the total value of density of the air, its area, and its initial inlet velocity of the air. So by this formula, del f a max is equal to rho a1 u naught square by 2. By this equation, we calculate that total axial force is maximum when it is proportional to the density, and this value is v naught. In this video, while we calculate the total value of the power pt power exerted by the turbine, this formula is m naught u naught minus u2 into u1. A u1 is the initial value by which upstream value is u naught, and u1 is the turbine velocity, because when the turbine moves a huge velocity, then maximum energy is to be obtained, and u2 is the downstream velocity. So by calculation of power, we use total force into u1, its turbine velocity, yeah, we can say that rotor velocity. So in the ptf into u1, m naught u naught minus u2 into u1. So this is calculation of the power developed by the turbine, and in the topic we calculate the axial force, that is directly we can write Fa is equal to m naught u naught minus u2. These are interference factor occurs, that there are variations between the air movement due to the sometime the air quality is very good, and when it passes through the turbine, it's generate the power smoothly, but uninterrupted power is to be supplied of chances. So we make such an arrangement that when the wind speed comes in a very huge velocity, so we set a gearbox maintains the speed of the wind, and it controls the a control unit control the wind energy, and then it transfer to the turbine, because we know that when a very huge velocities come on the surface on the turbine blades, it may be some damage occurs on the blades, and there are deterioration or some damage must be there while the wind speed is too high. So we make a nacelle arrangement by which we maintain the velocity of the wind, and it enhances also the velocity of the speed when the quality of the wind is to be less velocity. So while we analyze the total axial force in the wind turbine, we analyze the two main areas. One is that the disk which is to be rotate, it is based upon calculation based analyze, that is on the Bernoulli's equation principle, and the major difference of the that value is p naught into pd, and this value is equal to the difference of outstream and to the downstream difference, and this difference causes the maximum value of the axial force. So in the wind energy, that it is totally depend upon that how much the power developed by the turbine is totally depend upon the wind air is design wind air, and as well as we design the blades are mainly that is made of aerodynamics structure, and the aerofoil of the wind that maximum air is to be impinges on the surface on the turbine blades, so that maximum power is to be obtained. So this is the axial force calculation through the wind turbine. Thank you.